Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is another mission with the UOAF, where we destroy the remaining 2 airbases in the theater. This is our last mission in the Corel Theater. We were a 4-ship, but only 3 humans in this flight because number 4 was sent home. I was number 2, and I have a short 2-minute summary of the briefing we had. We were air to ground most of the time, but there was some instances where we had some pop-up bandits while we were trying to destroy the SA-5. Also, there was a promo code for $5 off on the Aviation Plus store. Use Thanks AP in the promo when you check out. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe. See ya.
Beast 1, big.
Ship engaged. Flank, 29.
Beast 1
29.
engaged,
Defensive.
Fox 2 close. Fox 3 close. Breaking to the right.
Staff, flare.
Weasel, 2-3, sentry, 1, contact.
Counter.
Let's make it a good one. We're going to try and hit the remaining 2 air bases, which have been well populated by fresh squadrons from Russia. As far as we can see, there seems to be at least 13 MiGs in the air going north, so Packet Commander will have to decide how we tackle that. The idea is 2 seeds going out ahead of a sweep with two ship Oka strikes hitting and shutting down the air bases again.
There are 5 flights. We have Beast 1 is currently, I believe, a 3-ship F-16 for the seed that is going to be responsible for the SA-5s on the west coast and then way up to the north. We have Mudhen 2, which is another 3-ship F-16 seed flight. They are going to be responsible for the SA-2 and SA-3s on the west, or sorry, on the east, closer to where the Oka strikes are going to be flying. We have Weasel 2, which is a sweep. Hopefully that gets filled because they're going to need to protect us from all the red air floating around. Bulldog 2 is the first Oka strike. We're going to be hitting the northern airbase. The second Oka strike is Cajun 2. They're going to be hitting the southern airbase down near the coast. So the primary package goals are to destroy both of those air bases. The secondary goals being to suppress the enemy air defense from the SA-5s, SA-2, and SA-3s in the area. All right, especially with a 3-ship. Damn, I was hoping we'd get more people. 1, 2. We've got 3 SA-5s that are our high priority targets. We are going to need SDBs basically. Okay, who wants to be the bomb truck with the SDBs?
Do you want to prime or am I taking it?
I can do it.
I mean, if we can, if we see an SA-5 locking us up, we'll lob a harm at it. But otherwise, we'll fly in and let number 2 drop a couple SDBs on the targets, and we'll recon in a second to assign some targets.
Good afternoon, Weasel 2. You're number 3 for departure.
2's rolling.
And hold short, runway 12.
Beast 1, wing
Being ground to
140,
4-4.
2
Zero.
knots, runway 12,
crap,
you are
Weasel
cleared
2,
for
taxi.
takeoff. Contact departure.
Seed is airborne.
2's airborne.
Seed has visual on 2 and 3. Let's throttle up, go buster. We will climb at Mach 0.78.
2.
3.
2, let me know if you have trouble keeping up. You might be a little draggier than we are.
Will do.
Mudhen 2 is 2 minutes beyond Carrot. No worries, Beast 1 is about 30 seconds behind Cajun. We're going to have a little bit of a hold time at Tier 3 anyway.
Beast 2. Sorry, Mudhen 2.
Package Weasel 2 checking in for good ships.
Weasel 2, Beast 1 on uniform 6. I'm using the Charlie. Weasel, Beast has contact 70 miles to the north, Angels 2-8. Right on top of that SA-2 ring. I just lost contact. Where'd he go?
11. Angels 11.
Got him. Weasel, Mudhen, I need you both to process up and take care of these bandits. We have two groups, Angels 12, 127 for 4-1, and 121 for 5-3. They're sitting right in the middle of that SA-2 threat ring, so I need that processed as well.
Weasel copies.
All right, guys, we're going to move left here in a second.
2.
Hey, Mountain 2 copies. We still have clear scope. 3, that's rising fast. That might be a scrambler from the airbase down there.
Beast 1, Sentry 1, nearest threat, bullseye. 1,
Yeah,
3,
I got it.
0,
Keep moving. We're going to
4,
let
4,
Weasel come up and take care of
17,000.
them.
Hot, hostile, print, MiG-29s, 2 ship. Beast 1-1, Sentry 1, contact is outlaw.
Weasel, you have outlaw contacts roughly 30 miles to the northwest of your current targets.
Lead, there's a contact closer than that one at 28,000, 40 miles.
That's the
Weasel
one.
copies engaging its first
That's the
pair.
one dragging, right?
Yep.
Nails 29, 2 o'clock.
All right, flight, let's check left for 300.
2.
Great.
Weasel 2, splash another 2 contacts.
Pop up, bandit, 102, 32, 10,000, hot. Sentry Beast 1, declare contact, 139023, Angels 19.
Mud 5.
Alright, flight music
Weasel
on.
2-1, Sentry 1, contact confirmed hostile. ID is MiG-29.
Wait, music on.
2 music on.
Beast 1-1, Sentry 1, contact confirmed hostile. ID is MiG-29.
3, go air to ground.
3, head down.
2, you are cleared hot.
Copy.
Alright, stay on course, I'm going to check right here to make sure.
Estimates time to impact 3 minutes.
That's going to be... Bulldog is going to be over that SA-2 before Bruiser. Can we get a Rolex on package timing to account for that? We'll have to orbit at steer 3 until
17.
the SA-2 goes offline.
Beast 1, right.
Ship engaged.
10 miles.
Flight,
20
flight,
miles.
flight, 29.
Beast
Beast 1
29.
engaged, defensive.
Two, Fox 2 close. Fox 3 close. Breaking to the right.
Sat. Flare.
Weasel 2-3, Sentry 1, contact
Counter.
2 defensive, MiG 29.
2, Fox 3,
Sat.
Bullseye
Flare.
3, Fox 3 medium. Close.
Beast 1-1, Sentry
Sat.
1,
Flare.
contact
3
confirmed
defensive.
hostile. ID is
Beast
MiG-29.
1, Fox 3, 163,
Weasel
031,
2-3,
29.
Sentry 1, contact confirmed hostile. ID is MiG-29.
Flash. Flash times 2.
Three, panic there and lose 2 shocks. I'm okay. Alright, Bulldog or
Weasel 2, Sentry 1, nearest threat, bullseye.
2 turning back.
2, 3, 5, 3, 4, 26,000. Cold,
Flights
hostile,
1 and 2, I believe we have a hostile
29,
contact
2 ship.
scrambling off the airbase. Angels 5, Bullseye 111 for 36. 2 status.
2 turning back. 2 is going after the steer point 15 SA-5.
Ready for harm if
Weasel 2, Sentry 1, nearest threat, bullseye. 2,
Lead is
4,
Fox
0,
3,
3,
850,
9,
close.
26,000. Cold, hostile, print, MiG-29s, 2 ship.
You guys already did a
Weasel 2-3,
harms on the
Sentry
SA-5?
1, contact confirmed hostile. ID is
Negative.
IL-76.
copy about 1 minute out to STB.
850 is smoking, it's going down. Package,
Weasel
positive kill
2,
on
Sentry 1,
red
nearest threat,
850
bullseye. 2,
AWACS.
4, 0, 4, 2, 26,000. Cold, hostile, print, MiG-29s, 2 ship. Cajun, 2-1, Sentry, 1, contact
3
confirmed
nails,
hostile.
SA-5.
ID is IL-76.
Cajun 2 is in orbit.
Vision 2, Mudhen 2, doors open.
Cajun 2, understand, doors open. Bulldog 2, copy, doors open.
Weasel copy, door open.
Package, southernmost SA-5 is still up. Beast is processing right now.
Copy, Mud, that SA-5.
2 is 30 seconds out.
Bullet 2, Mudhen 2. The northern SA-3s are not processed yet.
Make it back. Bulldog is
2 pickle turning back to the left,
5
1 to left.
minutes to commit on northern airbase.
3 staying high on SA-5.
Cajun 2 to seed. I'm getting some sort of delta on the RWR. I think there's an SA-17 possibly still up. 5 up.
I'm still flowing towards that 5. I'm
Bulldog
10
is
fast,
present.
20 miles.
Nails 29 to the southeast.
Did 5 disappear?
Not yet.
Nails 5, 3.15.
Beast, they're at your 5 o'clock. Beast confirms, Nails 29, 5 o'clock.
Mudhen 2 is processing the SA-17 standby.
Weasel, are you catching those 29s coming at us?
Negative, can you give me a pulse?
Bulls is 109 for 24, 17,000. Bulldog's in a position to engage them if necessary.
Weapons free.
3 inside minimum, turning off.
5 still lighting me up here.
Roger, we're doing another one.
2-1, Sentry, 1, contact confirmed hostile. ID is MiG-29.
3, I'm doing a dance on top of it. I'm 5 miles from it. It's supposed to shot me.
You disappear. Showing him clean.
Bulldog is commit, 2 times big. Lead is negative 1 SA-5.
Weasel 2-1's being pressed by that 29. Fox 3, Bulls on the way for 23.
Came back.
Bulldog, Fox 3.
Weasel, 2-3, Sentry, 1, contact is outlaw.
Three, if you've got a good shot with a arm, take it.
Three, turning back in for shot.
Bandit MiG-29s are defensive, Bulldog is pressed.
Weasel, 2-3, Sentry, 1, contact confirmed hostile. ID is MiG-29.
How long to your shot? 3.
Three in hot.
Weasel, 2, Sentry, 1, nearest threat, bullseye.
3, Magnum,
1,
SA-5.
0, 2, 1, 10,000. Beaming, hostile, print, MiG-29, Singleton.
Cajun 2 is going to try again to press.
Spike 29 to the east.
Weasel, 2-3, Sentry, 1,
East 1
contact
engaged,
confirmed hostile.
MiG-29.
ID is MiG-29.
6 for 1-8, Angels 1-3.
Bulldog, 2-1, Sentry, 1, contact confirmed hostile. ID is MiG-29. Beast, 1-1, Sentry, 1,
Bulldog is
contact is
commit for
outlaw.
target.
Confirm shack.
Beast is off. Alright, the SA-5's down.
Ain't singing.
Alright, continue pushing north. Let's take out Steer 16. Package, southernmost SA-5 is down. Beast is processing north for the second 2 SA-5s.
2 is in range.
2, you are cleared hot.
2 copy.
Cajun 2's IP inbound.
Nails naval.
Shaft flare.
Bulldog is 1 minute to IP.
Bulldog stand by. We've got a Mud 17, probably next to the next to your target.
2's off to the right.
Next to the northern airbase or the southern one?
Northern.
Roger.
Yeah, stand by. My number 3 should be processing it.
We're commit here. We can't really. Something's blown up today.
Visual on SA-5. 2 is to be.
Mudhen, 2-3, Sentry. 1, contact is a bogey.
3, 10 miles from SA-5.
Bulldog is off. Lost one. We're R2B. Bulldog, beef copies, RTB.
Bingo.
2 is Joker.
Good copies. Lead has visual on steer 16. Looks like no damage.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Pop them off, but nothing happens.
3, they take a while, don't they?
Yeah, they do, but I don't think there's no countdown for them, are there? I don't see one.
I don't think so.
Just time to release countdown.
Alright, well, I'm not going to worry about those too much unless they light us up.
Yeah, should I just have one in the air? The other one should have hit already, but
Mudhen B, status?
Mudhen 2 should have processed the southeastern SA-17. Unsure on the, Bruiser ×2 on the northern SA-17.
positive shack.
Northern SA-17 is no longer a factor.
It is according to my number 3, if I understood him right.
Weasel Beast looks like Sentry at sunset, but I've got no contacts on FCR and nothing on RWR.
Beast copies, yeah, also sunset for us. We'll swing back to steer 4 for a bit coming north. You still in? Committed?
Beast is at the far north. Sorry, just barely southeast of the first SA-5. This one copies all flights, no time. Let's go home. 2, how's your fuel and home plate looking?
025.
Alright, we should be fine then. Alright, leveling out at 3000 AGL.
2.
Beast 1 is checking left for initial, runway 12. Cajun 2 is in the break.
Say again, Cajun 2 in the break?
Affirm.
Weasel's in the break. See you doing initial.
Cajun is behind Weasel.
Roger, Weasel 1 in the perch.
East 1 in the break. This is going to be a slow break, guys.
2 copies in the break.
Weasel 2 turning final.
Yeah, Weasel 1 turning final.
Sorry guys, normally I'd do a tighter break, but I don't want to get in front of anybody.
Yeah, it's everyone's in a row here.
down, braking hard.
2's turning base.
Yeah, confirmed. 1 F-16, nose in the air at the end of the runway, left-hand side.
3 turning. Button 2 is inbound for initial. Three on final. Weasel 2 clear of active.
Leave his wheels down.
Two wheels down.
That's an interesting position for an F-16. East 1 clearing active on taxiway Alpha.
3 wheels down. Button 2 initial. Button 2-1 in the break. I can change your break.
2 clear active.
Cajun 2 shutting down.
Three clear of active. Button 2-1 turning base, right base, sorry, left base.
One, right, fly across the ocean. Here we go. So this is the point at which, we're, and again, absolutely phenomenal communication between my flight. Right, we've got, everybody's calling out these contacts. We had eyes on both of these guys as we're coming in. And I'm flipping back and forth between between air to air and the HAD, so I can see if there's anything popping up. I did not see that. The stupid SA-17s, those did not show up on the HAD. But we turned around here. I was communicating with Weasel and Mudhen to make sure that they were going to process these, because I didn't want to dive in and get tied up on the wrong end of our AOR. We're supposed to end up, way over there. So there is Mudhen and Weasel really close to each other. Right. So we let those guys come in, process. We turned back in for support in case it was needed, but it sounded like they had everything under control. So we came back out, and we've got this A-50 locked up, and we knew we needed to be off to the west just a little bit anyway to go around these threat rings. So we had this A-50, and we thought there were a couple MiGs up there, but I didn't really have a clear picture on where they were. Right, so here we go. This guy, this A-50's, dragged off. So I said, okay, let's, not going to worry about that. We need to process the SA-5, and we knew the SA-5 was there, right? And then we've got these MiG-29s that come in, and by the time I figure out where they are, and they turn in hot, we've got both these guys, and they've got me locked. I'm defensive, right? So here's number 3 doing his job. Missile in the air.
I launched off one too, because
Yep, there's one right there. There's an R-27 comes right by me. There's another one right next to me. I Fox 3'd, which I totally didn't realize that whale was right there, but
And nothing to see over there.
that was the missile warning that I got. I mean, it was just an M, and I didn't get any like tone or anything like that. I just saw this little M on my RWR, and fortunately, it missed. We're there. Whoop! There we go. And I apologize for any lapse in package communications. I think you guys were working on Rolex at this time, and that was about the time that I had a missile launch. So I kind of gave up on trying to manage the package while I saved my own ass. So we came out of this, and then yeah, right. Staring at this big A-50 coming down on me. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll take that out too. Splash.
I looked at him and I was like, can I shoot him? No answer, so I just turned. So lucky I didn't shoot him. We would have wasted a missile.
Right, so I cleared these two. So number 2 had SDBs. Number 2 had SDBs and number 3 had harms. I cleared them to go and process the SA-5. Some reason these SDBs. So when you're pickling the SDBs, are you doing it at max range?
I did it like a little bit closer to max range. So it was like maybe 1 carat close to the max range. So it wasn't at max range.
Okay. Here is. Well, that's interesting. Huh.
Yeah, weird.
That's super weird. I don't know what to do with that.
Zoom, what did it hit? Did it hit something? It didn't hit anything.
I don't know. It's like they're underground.
Yeah, look, there's some dead stuff there.
Just shut off or put terrain display to flat.
Oh, it says it hit something.
Yeah, it hit something.
It's a truck.
Huh.
Yeah, that's a truck.
Yeah, I just did my steer point.
That's weird.
Second one worked. Second group.
All right. So there is.
I get what you mean. The terrain is a bit slewed to the west.
Yeah.
So basically the units are more to the east, which is why they are underground.
All right, that was for the next one, but that's weird.
Yeah, I had on the
outside of my bubble,
there was some damage for the square pair.
Okay, we'll call it a hit. Yeah, so I knew those, and I was sitting back here following up and keeping an eye on the package chatter. I had, at this point, I had that on my RWR. I had the search radar on RWR, right? So I had a little D, but I couldn't get a good lock on it on the HAD. And at one point, I called and asked if somebody wanted support with it, and I didn't really get any response on it. Right. So we, in theory, took out those SA-5s, came back down, and yeah, I mean everything else was pretty clean on our end. Not too much happened here. All the MiGs went away, so we went home. So let's go down to Mudhen. Who was Mudhen lead?
Me.
Want to give Rusher? There you go.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, okay, so we moved in, and it's 12 o'clock, so we orbited a bit to get right behind Weasel. Worked out pretty well. Then my plan was to push towards the SA-2 directly. Okay, got one J still off. It was, yeah, within a bit below Armex. Not sure if it hit anything.
Oh yeah. Kaboom.
There we
Yep.
go. So, killed.
Stay down.
Okay,
Oh, the SA-17 was all the way out there. Fascinating.
okay. Didn't know it was there. So, next plan was after the SA-2 was taken out, which I assumed it was. Next plan was to kill the SA-3 here and here, and didn't know about the SA-17. Killed those that in an earlier event. Ah, shit. Okay, so yeah, flew south, and plan was to come north and then push west towards the two SA-3s. 15 miles, SA-17 is like 20 miles. So only noticed that one late. And I defended a bit bad.
Wow.
Kinda couldn't get a tally, and I think after that my RWR got stuck.
Yeah, you defeated it.
Handily defeated it.
Now it's possible to burn their energy, but I think at that point I overcheat a bit.
Well, better than dying, so.
Yeah, I definitely got faults for the tanks, not sure if I got them for the J South. Yeah, so after that, my number 2 goes Magnum on the SA-17. I think he kills one of them.
Hey, that's tracking. Nice.
Bam.
That was a.
Oh, nice. Okay. And yeah, after that, I call my number 3. Wait. I know, yeah, he's already up there. My number 3. Called him to go up there and process the SA-3 on his own, the 2 SA-3s. And meanwhile, I tried to get a good pod capture on those SA-17s. I assumed they were right on the airbase, but they ended up being a long column south of the airbase. Got 2 JSS off. Let's see. Okay.
That's strange.
Yeah, possibly the overg. Okay. The other one ends up not doing anything either. Okay.
Yeah, probably overg'd him.
Yeah. There goes the last one. Yeah. Okay, so that's when I called that the southeastern was not processed. Meanwhile, Arctic. Yeah, shit. This was dangerous.
What does processed mean? Does that mean destroyed, or does that mean you're like working on it?
I'd say destroyed.
Might want to just use destroyed then.
I use it as destroyed.
Okay.
Because it's not suppressed at that point. Okay, so this is dangerous. Yeah, I should have forced everyone to. Well, if there had been any indication to the SA-17's presence, I would have forced everyone to mark that. Because
I didn't know this site was actually there. I didn't know what its position was, and it wasn't spiking me. When I fly away, that's when it's spiking me, and then it stopped doing that. So I flew in and I found the other side here.
Okay. Yeah, because the edge turned off at that point. Oh shit.
Nothing to see here, folks. We'll talk about this in a bit.
Pop.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll talk about that in a bit.
Yeah.
How close is that?
It was 5 miles slant, probably 2 miles, like almost directly overhead. Yeah. But we'll talk about that during the Weasel debrief.
All right, Rusher, keep going.
Okay. Okay, so looks like... Yeah, right, he processed the SA-17. And...
Yeah, excellent
great.
shot there.
Yeah, both groups, 3 launchers. Wait, actually 2. Oh, there should be a last one.
Those were the only ones I could see. There was a city there. I didn't know if there were behind buildings.
That's okay. Everything got killed anyway. Oh, strange. Would have expected more. Okay, that's... Wait, did you also kill the SA-3s?
After that, you told me to go and destroy the SA.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the SA-2 side.
Great job neutralizing all these SAMs.
Bam. And second one on the northern SA-3.
Lovely.
Because at that point, Scope already had finished his attack. And then, yeah, we rejoin. Then get some spacing. And then turn back in.
My formation flying here.
Oh, don't worry. And then land.
All right. Let's keep it rolling. Weasel.
Okay.
Sure thing. So, fly out. Beast does a nice orbit, which gives us plenty of time to prosecute targets. This was just textbook. I locked one up. Nitai locked up the second one. Fox. We turn out. Now, one of the things I mentioned earlier is I could have done a better job of just swapping spots with the second element. Here, I should have just had the second element push in front of us because 1 and 2 ended up doing most of the shooting. Sorry about that, Chris and Abe.
I got that kill there.
Yeah. Nice delos there. Another engagement. Pretty textbook. Okay, so here's what happened with Beast. So we were kind of resetting from that one, and these MiG-29s popped up. I think I made a call over uniform. Not sure if Starfury, you heard it. And then here's the AMRAAM shot we don't need to talk about one bit. I did not know that you guys were that close to being merged with those. Otherwise, I wouldn't have taken that. But let's just say all well that ends well.
I did hear both call it out on uniform. Like I heard you say it. I think you were in uniform, and I definitely heard Starfury say it on uniform. So I was like, oh man, what's going on? This doesn't sound...
And then, yep, we ran into another pair of MiG-29s. So 4 2-ships this flight. Oh,
can
sure.
we talk about like this moment?
Yeah.
So if you go back, like right after your missile goes after Starfury, or almost goes after Starfury, we turn, and then after this turn that we're doing right now, that's when they call the Singer 17, and it's been locking me up for a while. So I'm a little bit paranoid, and I go like halfway defensive, but I lose you. and for some reason I passed below our second element, and I'm like, okay, that's number 1 there. So I lose it completely, and I don't call it out. I call it out eventually, but when I call it out, it's already pretty late. You're already committed on that pair, and I'm quite a ways away from you. So I later heard you talking to Scope, when Scope actually intervened to help us, and you said to him that it was fine because I was behind you. Yes, I was behind you, but I was at pretty much exactly the same spot that Scope was. So
Gotcha.
clearly I didn't communicate enough, but I was separated.
And we can work that both ways. I could have been more communicative and made sure I knew where you were as well, and I could have come off of it. But at any rate, awesome job from Scope and Fluky delousing me. We dispatched the 4th pair of MiG-29s. And now for the fun parts. So at this point, I know that Beast and Bulldog are pretty far north, so I want to ingress a little further to try and give them some cover in case any MiG-29s chase them out of their target or anything like that. So we're flowing north. Completely unbeknownst to us, there's this SA-17 battalion. Other people mentioned they had it pop up on their HAD. I didn't see a damn thing. I didn't have a single blip or search radar on my RWR until right about here. So I'm 5 miles slant, can't be more than 2 or 3 miles across the ground. And all of a sudden, my RWR lights up, and I get a Saner SA-17. So I'm pretty worried because I think I'm hosed. I don't know how far away it is, but I just start dumping chaff and I try to bury it. But at that range, there's no way in hell. I couldn't get visual on this because, again, I was looking out a little further on the horizon. I thought it was like over here or something. I didn't realize it was almost directly underneath me. Maybe if I had gotten a visual on it, maybe if I had gotten a visual on it, I would have been able to pull some crazy 9G turn across it. But unless anyone has any suggestions, I think at this range and this speed, I'm pretty hosed.
Yeah, I think you were just toast. It didn't matter.
I mean, you could have tried a barrel roll around it. If you saw it and were perfect on timing it, you might have been able to defeat it. But
I don't think so. At that point, they've got a ton of energy. Are still with.
And it's coming straight up at me. I think I just had some bad luck there. And then, Chris, anything else happen on the way?
No. As soon as you said you'd been shot down by it, we pulled straight off at that point.
For me, on the SA-17 defense, is there anything I could have done differently there when we were defending it? Or
again, you followed me.
That's what I'm asking. Should I have followed you?
Yeah. You stayed visual with me. And then as soon as I got shot down, you ran the hell out, which is, I think, exactly what you wanted to do.
Yeah. So where's Beast at this point? I want to see where I am in relation, because I heard this going on.
There you go.
Yeah, see, that's why. Because I heard it going on, but at that point, like I had the D from way back. The D on the RWR, but I could not see anything on the HAD, and I was so far away, like I couldn't have done anything about it.
And again, I was so close that even if you had snapped off, a Magnum or something, I was just hosed. Just bad luck. And
at that
I think
point,
the rest of you just flew home. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, well, me and Abe at that point, when you said you were gone and Nitai was sort of screaming as SA-17, we just pulled straight off.
And then Mudhen came in and just a minute later took them out with JSOWs. So nicely done. Shame I got shot in the face, but that's how these things go.
That's all right. Okay, so Bulldog, I don't think anybody's left from Bulldog, right?
Yeah. We can review it quickly.
Yeah. Just fly through Scope. There we go.
So, before you guys came back in this room, Scope was saying that their IP got messed up, so they came in at a really strange angle. The runway is actually northeast. So you'll see Scope tries to whip into it and doesn't get bombs off. He comes out cold. Fluky comes out cold. Oh, I guess he does get his bombs off further down the runway. And then Fluky asked to go in a second time, and Scope, against better judgment, said yes, and watch the fireworks.
They took exception to that, didn't they?
They were very upset about this, I think.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
got taken out. And then I assume scope just RTB.
Yeah, I think he was first down.
Yeah. All right, Cajun. Who's Cajun?
Cajun is Bible.
That would be me.
All right, all yours.
Thank you, sir. All right. Where are we even? We took off really late. So we were way back out here. You guys are already like, I see contacts, I see stuff going on. And whoops. So we're trying to sort out like what we actually need to be doing, and we didn't even fence in, and you guys are like, Rolex preferences.
So that's why I was querying everybody, right? I wanted to figure out how far back everybody was. I think you were 4 minutes back, and Bulldog was 2 minutes, so I Rolex test the 2.
Yeah, we were trying really hard to just not be a burden. I was trying to calculate stuff real quick. So we got over here, and this was looking epic on the radar and everything, and I'm finding there's like, you guys don't even seem to be aware there's this thing out here. I was concerned this was like a scrambled MiG or something. He was like, it's an Aleutian at 5,000 feet. Like, I don't know. So, I don't know. We're going to do this orbit. So we decided we're going to wait. But we didn't know exactly where we were going to wait. So I think this is what happened. So we started to do the orbit. And that's right when Russia called that it was clear. So I'm like, okay, we're just not going to do the orbit. Let's go. So we went NOE. And this is where we got hit with the SA-17. So the 17, I think, was this one. But I'm not entirely sure because it was hard to tell where it was. So we were noticing, and you're just going to see us kind of like spin in circles because I kept getting the snowdrift. And then finally we went in. But by the time I went in, cursor was a little bit further back. And I didn't want to do it this way, but I have to say in retrospect, it was okay. It worked out. I don't think I'd be doing that again in planning, though. This is a dangerous part for us, though. Like, we're passing all these vehicles. So I came in for this run, and this is really nice because it lined us up really nicely for the runway. So you can see minor corrections. Drop it. Flares and chaff coming around for a nice arc. And I'm out of their range. So I turned back. I think I got a nice screenshot of it on my way back here. And then here comes cursor. They've already stopped firing. They're not paying attention. And he had some trouble with his data cartridge or something. He just dumped a bunch of bombs. This is a little dangerous.
Yeah, he got high.
SA-7. But he escapes. And I'm like, okay, let's get out of here. And then he was a little bit, focused on the fact that he missed. And I was like, well, do you have any bombs left? He's like, yeah, I got 2 of them. Like, do you want to go back for another attack? And he's like, yeah. So this, you'll notice I just kind of like wait a little bit. He's doing some stuff, trying to figure out how to line up because of problems with his steer point. So he's like, no, I got it. I'm going to do this. So he goes in and he does it exactly. He gets the bombs off on the target. The only thing I would criticize is he is kind of high.
Yeah, 3,500 feet.
So the AAA at this point were just like shell shocked. They just couldn't believe it. And I was like, don't go too far into something we haven't explored yet. This is where I'd say, like, you have to really be very careful about not just knowing your ingress point, not just knowing your target, but knowing how to get out of there. And if the situation does get bad and you have to change, you kind of have to have a plan for where you're going to try to go. This is a little close. The target again.
God, he kept trailing his coattails in front of him, didn't he?
Yeah, I think at this point you're kind of showing off. So,
gonna say, yeah. Look at me, balls of steel.
So after a while, Duke Nukem rejoins me.
I've got balls of steel.
And so this right here is where I was like goofing off. I'm like, come on, let's get up here and we're going to go up. So try to do some sort of nice performance climb there, which I thought was nice. Lowest I hit was 30 feet. And I came up in between 35 and 55 degrees. So that's pretty much it for us. I mean, a lot of it doesn't look like it in the Acme, but a lot of us was like just hanging around in this bay over here and just like listening to calls and listening to what was going on. It was an absolute blast to hear all of the confusion and objections and fighting and firing and MiGs here and over there. This is going on. And like as I'm calling out that there's a snowdrift out there, Russia's calling out that he's defensive, and I'm like, well, that's not a good sign. So I thought I was actually like laying plans that we were just going to go in anyway without proper support. That's what I thought was going to end up happening.
Okay, so the call I did for doors open right after you said you were going to orbit was I already had the chaser off.
Spacing aside, this break is fantastic.
Look at this. Look at that. Wow, look at this. Unbelievable.
Yeah. I don't know how we did it, but we made it work.
That's the thing of beauty. That's the thing of beauty, isn't it? That really is. Look at it.
I thought it worked great.
In seconds.
Like, yeah, Chris Pep, you sounded like you were worried, but I could see all of them just lining up behind.
I couldn't see anybody. I said, I'm in the break. Someone says, I'm in the break. And I'm going, shit, where is he, on top of me? And I was looking, so I went a little wider. Is he looking? Yeah, I was the only one who couldn't see anything.
If you back it up further, you'll see where he's actually calls the break. Yeah. So that's where I call we're on the break. And you see I did an extended...
Yeah, thank you. But that's beautiful. Look at that. That's amazing.
Mudhen comes in the pattern. This is fantastic, guys.
That is wonderful to see that. Look at that. That is...
I got a bunch of screenshots. I wish I had set up a recorder. It was fun to watch from the ground.
I mean, that is pretty impressive. That is, what a way to end a campaign.
That's with no tower.
Yep. Yeah, you say with no tower.
The comms are going to be a little bit messier, especially if we're doing, because we completely ignored the tower. We could all stay on the same channel. I don't think that's going to work well when we have more flights, AI flights.
Yeah. That's what I said. AI flights will mess this up. That's my only thing about overhead breaks. If you've got AI flights, then you're switching comms, and we could all be on different approach tower.
Would it be too infeasible to not have AI flights out of our airfield when we're flying?
It's hard.
I guess it depends on the situation.
Yeah,
because they will divert to your airbase. They also don't manage their fuel very well. So if they get caught in a scramble or something, and they're fighting or some sort of merge situation, they burn fuel. They'll come back and just go wherever they want.
I mean, we've done it like that for years, and I've never really felt like there was much of a problem. And even in 434, just use your eyes, use your FCR to figure out if there's AI in the pattern. Just do some spacing. Also, the initial should be 10 miles, and nobody flew that.
No, I was trying to duck in, and I definitely did not hit that 10-mile initial. You're right.
No, we were about 7.5, I think, when we turned in.
Just as well I did. Great flight.
That was great. Thanks, guys. I got to go as well. That was wonderful. Let's see what we do next week. All right, guys. Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks, everybody. Great job.
Good fun. Bye then.
Yep. Definitely. Be tuned for Kuwait.
Package Q.
Oh yeah.
Did anybody else record it on their end?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I recorded it too on my end, so we can probably, whenever you upload it, basically two different perspectives.
Sure.
Bible, you there?
Yes.
Yeah, so basically when you were calling that you were orbiting because of unclear situation where the doors were open. At that point, I had already released my JSOW on the SA-2 and was